Welcome to Terra Verde. Let me talk about first about what is Terra Verde. And it starts with a name. So Terra Verde simply means green earth. So Terra is earth, Verde is green. And what about green earth? Green earth is our home. So when we're here, we're always at home. Well, being at home, this tells a story about Terra Verde being a family farm. It started way back in 2007. In 2007, we just enjoyed this for ourselves.
Low. Like that. So we enjoyed Terra Verde for ourselves for quite a long years. So 2007. So this is structure. This is our home. Literally, when we were raising our family, so my eldest was 7 years old then. So this is where we live. There's a specific portion here which is cemented. This used to be elevated in a platform about knee-high. So there's just the usual Filipino papag made of bamboo. And that's all. No windows, no doors, everything. The closest to nature we can get. So part of that experience is really, the idea is to teach our kids how to be grounded in nature, how to be comfortable with nature. No medical tests, and at that time, hindi niya malaman kung what's afflicting him. Until finally it was established that it is a thyroid condition. So being a thyroid condition, so sabi nga nung doctor niya, thyroid is also triggered by stress. Our main line of business is actually education. We operate schools, the National College of Science and Technology Education Systems. So managing a school, people, built in lahat yung concerns. We wouldn't call it problems. Concerns that would eat up your time, your attention, your problem solving, your emotions, everything. Then, sabi nung doctor niya, maybe distract yourself. Do something that releases the stress. Perhaps you could do hobby or perhaps farming. So, na sinabi yung farming, nag-link ngayon dun sa kanyang childhood experience. What's a childhood experience? The childhood experience of going into field trips. That's where kids are normally exposed. So with the field trip, they went to nature. They went to zoo. Sabi niya, when I grow up, I want to have a farm too. So yun yung sa kanya. Ako naman, on the other hand, I love cooking. I love planting. While we were kids, we were raised by our parents na lagi kami merong pets. So, either fish, dogs, things like that. So, it helps us bond to nature then. So, nandun din kami tinitrain ng parents namin on sense of responsibility. When you forget something and you find out your pets are dead, that's your responsibility. You're supposed to be feeding them, taking care of them. So, all of a sudden, when that prompt came, maybe do farming to address yung thyroid condition, he said. And at that time, I was on my self-exile in Anilao. Going home, sabi niya, I was afflicted by chickenpox. 2007, so I'm 30 plus with chickenpox. So sabi niya, stay away dahil lahat sila ng mga anak, wala pa. So I stayed there. But on my way home, sabi niya, don't go home. He gave me some place. I will meet you somewhere in Naik. Then I'll bring you somewhere. I don't have an idea what would that be. He brought me here with my wife and his wife. And this is a forested area. So sabi niya, this will be our farm. What do you mean this will be our farm? So I saw this in buy and sell. At that time, buy and sell was still active. Wala pang Facebook gano'n nun. So sabi niya, we'll be buying this. Really? And Emer was telling already, oh, could you see that there will be something like this here and something like this here? And if I don't see anything, I see thickets, bushes, weeds, trees. So that was the birth of it. So that was November of 2006. And on January 1, 2007, we finally acquired this, started cleaning. We cleaned a small portion under the sampalok tree out there. Just a small clearing. We celebrated our first family New Year here, January 1. Very rustic. Just do barbecue. There's a small kubo there. Perfect. We enjoyed it. And so we said, then the seed started to bloom, started to grow. Clean here, clean there, and there are trees that we don't know what it is. So nakita namin the value of trees. So sabi namin, we will be cleaning the weeds, but not the trees. Because it will take long. So even hindi yan namin kilala, so the development happens where we're not touching trees as much as we can. Unless meron na siyang problem. So this is the shadiest tree at the time, this duha tree. So that's where we established this. So comes year after years, we maintain it clean. We didn't apply chemicals. Why? There's no rush. We're not commercial. Then only later on you'll find the value of natural and organic farming. Before we just wanted to farm. Before we just wanted to enjoy. Before we just wanted to have an escape. And the reason why we chose Maragondon, Maragondon is quite near, but seems far. Pag sinabi mo Maragondon, layo naman. But we are from Dasmariñas. So at the time, this is without traffic, this is just about 45 minutes away. And 45 minutes away from Dasmariñas, and all of a sudden, you're transported to a new world. Very rural, andyan pa lahat yung rice fields, the way of life are still rural, very simple. Before, we don't have fences. When we wake up here, pagising mo, people will be walking there. They'll just say, magandang umaga. No? So we leave things here, walang nawawala. We even kept a TV here. Medyo malaki-laki yung TV yung iniwanan namin dito. And we come back, still here. Pero pag nanood, yung kapitbahay, makikinood na rin. So then we get immersed with the culture. Then we get immersed not only with the culture, but with the people and with the history. Then we started digging what's in Maragondon. In Maragondon, we found out that we were taught that dito in-execute si Bonifacio. Oh, there's history to this. Nandito pala yung one of the oldest church, close to 400 years. The Our Lady of Assumption. Then, nandun yung bahay na pinaglitisan. Then, pag umikot kami sa bayan, we discovered meron pang old houses. So, we thought that's what it. However, we started becoming surprised because we went to Naik. We want an escape. May nakita kaming spa. Nag-invite kami ng massage therapies. So, they're barely about 8 kilometers away. Naik, the next town. Ayaw pumunta sa Maragondon. So sabi nila, nakakatakot sa inyo. Liblib. So, apparently, researching about Maragondon, we realized that history was not really kind to Maragondon. From the start, dito pinatay si Bonifacio. Modern history, dito tinapon si Bobby Dacer. Kuratong Baleleng Rabaut case, it's the publicist before. It's a millennials, yes.
Millennials.
Yes. So Salvador Bobby Dacer is the publicist. He's also in the media. Apparently, they are blaming Ping Lacson for this, to silence him. But apparently, there is no definitive thing. But pinatay siya sa ibang lugar, dito tinapon. Then they talk, when you talk about Maragondon, maraming NPH. Well, indeed, we found out a lot of NPAs here. Not the New People's Army, but the nice people around. So when we started learning, engaging our neighbors, then we started appreciating. Pero sabi ko nga, nung nag-iwan kami ng gamit and walang gumagalaw, then you could see Philippines still a safe place. The rural Philippines would still be a safe place compared dun sa pictures na nape-paint. So at that time, we decided we've got to change the direction. We got to change history. We got to show the world that Maragondon is a peaceful place. Historically, Maragondon used to be the center of government. That's why when you go to the Our Lady of Assumption, in the doors, in the wooden doors, andun pa yung carvings of the galleons and the watchtowers. Bataan used to be part of Cavite under the political control of Maragondon. But apparently, as time moves on, naiwan si Maragondon as a fifth-class municipality na naghiwa-hiwalay na. Bataan na, pahiwalay na siya, nagkaroon na sila ng sariling political subdivision. Then, si Maragondon is the largest municipality of Cavite in terms of land area. So the tunnel going to Nasugbu and Pico del Oro